He is back in black. We are in the middle of a cornfield today. I wanted to have some time for self-reflection, and I thought what better place to do it than something that looks straight out of the scene of Interstellar, but there's wind outside, so I'm going to sit back down in the car and get started with today's video. Welcome, my name is Michael or Kubera, and today we are discussing CoinMarketCap chat. However, I realize that that is not good enough for a full video. So today we are going into a coin that went up 16 times over the past month. 16 times its original value. So if you put $100 in, you got $1,600. If you put $1,000, $16,000. So come in with a little bit of money, and the next thing you know, you're looking at a car, or you can get that $16,000 to propel you to $100,000. Anyways, anything that goes up 1,600% is worth a look at. But this is something that I've been looking into before it went up, and you're going to ask, oh, Mike, did you invest in it? No, I did not. And do I regret it? No, not really. The reason being, I got very greedy after I had some coins go up 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000%, and I had a few $1,000s in each one. And I saw others going up. Right now is actually a more stable time in cryptocurrency than with the stock market, at least with some stocks. It's been a little bit crazy over the past few weeks. So today we're going to explore the how and why of this coin that went up so much. It did fall down a little bit, but it's still well above of where it was. It's ranked 79 last time I checked. Maybe it's now ranked 60, 70, 80, 90, who knows? We're going to go into that today. It used to be ranked 156 on CMC. And its name is Swissborg. So how and why? These are two questions you have to ask yourself always before doing any investment in cryptocurrency, or any investment whatsoever at that point, I guess. So let's roll the intro. Swissborg is an exciting coin, but this is not a recommendation. This is just exploring something that was recommended to me by other people. Shout out to the Crypto Crow and shout out to the Martini guy, TMG. I can't remember which one of them recommended that. And it's not like we had some personal contact. No, maybe I said that wrong, but it's just I'm a YouTuber who watches other YouTubers as well, and I'm always looking at recommendations, and I see that Martini guy has actually got some good videos, and Crypto Crow, well, I saw him on the library. Forgot which one recommended Swissborg, but I thought I'd start jotting down altcoins that are both recommended to me by YouTubers and recommended by some of the subscribers in some of my live streams. To be quite honest, the coins that were recommended to me by subscribers did absolutely terrible, so I'm not sure which subscriber recommended that to me, but I just looked into it, didn't go that far. Anyways, let's roll the intro. Swissborg. Welcome everybody. So Swissborg, and as we see here on CMC, Swissborg chat is live now. So very exciting feature. Click it. It reminds me of Reddit chat. I'm not sure if anybody uses that, and we'll have a fun video about Reddit since they introduced their own cryptocurrency token, I guess. It's a very interesting situation with Reddit, especially what's been going on over the past few weeks with the Reddit CEO leaving, but that's not for this video. So log in and join us. And you're wondering, well, why this sudden change, and why are there a lot of various updates at the very top of the header over here? See the crypto companies that are hiring now. That's awesome. But over the past few weeks, I've been looking at what they've posted every single day. Many days is similar, but they've been recommending a lot of their blog posts, and they realize that they're posting a lot of stuff, a lot of new features, a lot of new updates, and that is because of what happened previously with the buyout with Binance buying out CoinMarketCap. So that is why a lot of stuff has happened. Probably CZ was like, you know what, guys? You've been a little bit behind. Here is what you need to do. You are the largest market and cryptocurrency platform that gives out data right now. There's people who are similar, but it's kind of like a Google, Yahoo, Bing situation. Nobody's going to beat out Google, at least for now. So we hit join conversation, and this is new. You make an account with CoinMarketCap. So we're going to hit create an account, and here we are, Swissborg chat. So at 9:20 in the morning, CHSB to the moon. Hello, I seek for ways to promote Swissborg. So this is just like a forum, right? It's not a lot of people, 2 members, 11 hours, 32 minutes ago. I'm guessing that's when the last one was. Yes, 9:14 a.m. Okay, so not a lot of action going on over here, but Bitcoin Cash, we see 8 minutes ago. Hey. So probably doesn't load all the chat closes in 8 minutes. This is interesting. I wonder why. Let's see who is in to the moon. 46 members. So there's not a lot going on over here. I wonder why that is. And this is just me playing around and experimenting with it, but there's join channels. Well, let's check out Bitcoin, right? And I guess we go over to the chat version of that. Come on, there's got to be a lot of people for the chat. Where's the chat? It's not popping out. Okay, very interesting. Well, that's that, I guess. I thought it would be a little bit more. I was super pumped about that. I'm sure they'll expand on that in the future, but it is kind of like Reddit chat. So I've had actually people reach out for Reddit chat to me, subscribers from my other channel, and it was actually introducing chat. Well, let's see. Let's check it out one last time, and then we're moving on to Swissborg. So, do not see Bitcoin. I wonder why this is. Stocks, DeFi. There's barely anything in here. There's barely anybody who signed up. This is impossible that there's only a few people who are signed up for this, unless it's a country local thing. But again, these people are in English. All right, so there is that. So Swissborg, as you saw, has moved down a little bit. It is at number 92. This project is featured as an untracked listing. What do you mean by untracked? For more details on the listing tiers, please refer to the, wait, this was just listed before. There we go, it's ranked 91. I'm not sure why that was unlisted. So it has moved down a little bit. It was previously in the top 70s, and the 24-hour volume is below $1 million right now. The market cap is at 66.2 million. However, it is still extremely high. If we look at March 6th, it is around 2.3 pennies. On May 7th, it was 2.1 pennies. On June 1st, 2.99 pennies. So moving up. Then June 5th, 5.3 pennies, 8 pennies, and here it was at 12.5, and it did go all the way up to 15.6, so 16 pennies. 16 pennies right there. That is a huge jump, 16 pennies. And here we have May 3rd, a bottom of 1.5 pennies. So almost 16 times up. I guess I miscalculated that a little bit. And June 27th, it fell down to 11. Currently, it is at 9.28, 9.3 pennies. There is a circulating supply of 713.5 million out of a total 1 billion. And if we go to the website, here is what it is. Essentially, it allows you to purchase Bitcoin for free. You need to have some Swissborg, and it is a fair amount, but if you are trading a lot, it is worth it. It is very, very similar to another one. Here we go, crypto.com, and whoa, it moved up. Crypto.com is number 10, and by the way, we're making a video on that because I am getting a crypto.com card. I signed up for it. I had an idea the other day. I was like, you know what? I hate going to the ATM. It does take a little bit of time, and you need to get there. And it just doesn't make sense. If you're able to get a card and pay for your purchases and use your crypto that way, if you want to just cash out, why not crypto.com? And I was looking into other cards as well, but it is number 10. Here we have a $2.5 billion market cap. So I thought, why not? They seem trustworthy. They moved up. Tezos and EOS fell down a little bit, but they're very similar to crypto.com. Maybe it's a little bit of a different business model, but it was something that has a lot of value to users. People from the very beginning of cryptocurrency wanted that value. There's a lot of crypto projects out there that may be useful in the future. The technology may not just be there right now, and that's fine, or it may even be here. It may exist, but people don't really need it. Sometimes there's no problem that needs to be solved, at least not now. Maybe in the future it will be. There's some companies like that for 10, 15 years they're not really profitable, or nobody really knows about them or cares about them. And suddenly there's a problem. There were some companies, for example, during the pandemic where they were selling the products that were very, very popular, or selling the services that were very, very popular. So everything that was remote work, data, all that stuff, movies, entertainment. And some of these companies weren't really successful for so many years. And since they were doing it before, they had already established themselves in the marketplace. There's others like Zoom, which just came out and it was like, hey, boom, here we are. But even Zoom came out in 2019, so it was before. It started acquiring all these customers really, really quick. And what happens is if you're established, suddenly there's going to be that day where if it's a large enough problem, it is that lucky day where everybody starts investing, everybody wants to use that product, and your company's suddenly worth a few $1 billion. Well, Some people believe that to be the case with Swissborg, that it may be the next crypto.com, but with a different business model. And anything that provides a lot of value that solves a problem. Ever since day one, people wanted that card. People wanted to spend their crypto without having to go to an exchange, without having to spend all these fees and all that stuff. Makes it easier. It's a huge convenience. People aren't going to be turning away from their banks. They're not going to stop using their credit cards and debit cards. Most people aren't, right? There's some crypto fanatics where they're only going to buy with Bitcoin and sell with Bitcoin, but obviously the world's still not ready for that. And the reason I'm mentioning that is it's because it's huge and you need to understand how this works. So with Swissborg, you're able to invest in crypto assets. There's over 100,000 people worldwide, currently with 4.8 and 4.7 average on both the Play and App Store. You're able to use a lot of the popular coins out there and get the best liquidity and rate, execute your orders at the best market price, and you're able to invest with your local currency. So it doesn't have everyone right there, but we do have Poland, we do have the US, GBP, CHF, of course, from Switzerland. Currently, there's support 17, and it is going to grow. It is part of SEPA, so a lot of people from Europe. From outside, it's not really, but inside of Europe, SEPA is pretty important if you've got some bank accounts. So that's the difference between waiting 2-3 business days and 5 minutes. And let's see what's going on. So this is important. This is huge. You need to have some Swissborg, and the current amount is in the 4-digit range. So it's around $2,000 last time I checked. So we're going to check it out right now. You need to have some Swissborg that you're staking in order to get Bitcoin for free. And what do I mean by free? Whenever you're going to purchase Bitcoin, it's usually 4%, 5%. Some people pay 10%, even 20, 30, 40% if they want to remain anonymous. And that's very difficult to do. Obviously, you're not going to remain anonymous with this. That's not their goal. Their goal is for people to stake, to earn a little bit of money, and to be able to do it the Swiss way. So what is the Swiss way? Well, a lot of people, if you watch Wolf of Wall Street, remember in Switzerland, a lot of people put their money, the rich people put their money in Switzerland because they want to protect it. That is very similar to the whole point of cryptocurrency. And if you're able to pay 0% commission, that is huge, because if someone pays, let's say the $2,000, $3,000 staking fee, and if they're going through $100,000 worth of Bitcoin every single month, that few percent that they're saving does add up. It's huge. And if Swissborg goes up, and if they already staked it and they're invested into it, they can make money on top of that. It could also go down. It could completely go down. But currently, it is a very, very profitable problem to resolve. This 0% commission, depending on who you are. If you are a whale, it makes a lot of sense to get this. You also get voting rights. You're able to burn the coins and meritocracy, but that's not as important as this right here. They raised $52 million from their ICO with 149 countries participating and 24,000 people who invested. I don't know. I like the graphics. Whoever did the graphics right here, it's a nicely designed website. It's simple, nothing too crazy. I've seen some crazy ones, but it's simple. It gets to the point. They do have an affiliate program. Interesting, but I'm not going to be part of that just yet. I'm interested in this coin myself. Like I said earlier, I don't recommend this. I'm just doing a video on it because I'm interested in it. I saw other people recommend it, but it is something that makes a lot of sense. There's so many cryptocurrencies out there that don't resolve any problem. Or if they do solve a problem, it's not really a problem that most people care about. So it's an exchange, like many people want an exchange. It works well. So let's see, the commission fees, here it is. 1% is the standard for Bitcoin. While other companies claim 0 fees but hide them in their exchange rates, we make our fees transparent and reinvest them into developing the Swissborg ecosystem. Go premium and pay 0 fees. How to become a premium member? Buy CHSB. Let's see, so you put 50,000, so you're staking 50,000 of these for 12 months, and what is 50,000? That is currently, it rose, yeah, so obviously it's going to rise with the price. It used to be $2,000, now it's $4,000, nearly $700, so it did go up. And if it will continue to go up, it's going to be essentially for the rich people who are, investing a lot. Earn 0% trading fees on CHSBC, BTC, and stablecoins, and pay 1% for other supported assets. 1% is still not that much, but it is a huge difference compared to the competition. The colors and freedom and trust, insight, all this kind of reminds me of Robinhood. It's kind of like the Robinhood of crypto, I guess. With Robinhood 0% fees, it really is kind of like the Robinhood. I guess guess I might title that into the video. Okay, so it took a little bit to search around for anything that isn't owned by Swissborg and a review. Obviously I've seen YouTubers review Swissborg, but I looked for any blog, and on Medium it was obviously by Swissborg, so that's going to be biased. But here, let's start with a Swissborg post to go into why it kind of went up. A wild month for Swissborg and the crypto sphere. We had a fabulous month. After 24 months of hard work, our Wealth app is live and undergoing alpha testing. The month that passed saw the kind of wild volatility in the Bitcoin and crypto market that puts fear into the heart of the more cautious among us. This regulatory pushback, together with the inherent volatility of the market, Bitcoin nearly doubled since the start of the year, but is down by more than 40% since its peak in June, have slowed down both mass and institutional adoption. The number of new crypto funds launched is less than half the amount in 2018. As usual, in this path-breaking space, there's also good news that underlines the belief that the crypto market will never die. 2 pension funds, a Fairfax retirement system, recently embraced the crypto market. Harvard University's endowment backed a crypto company, and according to a study by Fidelity, institutional investments into cryptocurrencies are likely to increase over the next 5 years. So they have more than 15,000 new players into the community app, and they have reached the 60,000 player mark total. So they're very proud, and they have a community app that lets you essentially look through Bitcoin. Oh, this is just so weird. And they have an app that lets you look into potential predictions of Bitcoin. They're also looking for people for hire. So if anybody's interested, if anybody who watches these videos is a developer, hey, you never know. Swissborg's Wealth app, a small user guide. So let's go through the fees. Withdrawals for standard are 0.10%, and there is a little asterisk there. So, account transaction minimum limits, €5, €5, Great British Pounds, USD, or Swiss CHF. There's a maximum limit of €10,000. And for fiat to stablecoin, that's 0.5%. Fiat to Bitcoin, that's 2%. Fiat to any cryptos, I guess, is 2%. While with premium, that's free, and for fiat to cryptos, but which isn't Bitcoin and Swissborg and stablecoins, are 1%. Deposit fees, there are no fees associated with the deposits. Transaction fees, different transaction fees will be charged. That's normal. Withdrawal fees, we will charge you a fee amounting to the maximum of the minimum withdrawal fee, or 0.1% of the total amount of virtual currency. So there's new standards in the crypto world for fees. It's kind of like the Robinhood again, where essentially also another cool aspect, not every exchange does this, obviously, is getting your fiat currency, exchanging it for Bitcoin. Getting your fiat currency, exchanging it for Bitcoin. Gotta repeat that. Why? Because it's hugely important. A lot of people are very interested in that. They want to get Bitcoin quick. They want to be able to do a bank transaction. Boom, just like that. They have their Bitcoin. Obviously, for tax purposes, it may not be the best if you're doing larger amounts, and that's why I think with any project, you should be careful. So this guy has screenshots of how the app looks like. Very nice. So totally reminds me of Robinhood. Maybe it's just the color. Do a photo verification ID, and depending on the level, obviously there's limits, but that's for every single exchange. So you can do various limits that go into the 6-figure range, probably even more later on. Yeah, looks nice. I'm sure they're going to do a better redesign in the future. And a marketplace, it's the heart of the Swissborg app. They have a chart analysis, a predictor, and many more. So let's see. Did you know Swissborg has a forecast game? Cyber Predictor has beaten over 95% of players on the community app. It predicts the market movement for the next 24 hours, bullish or bearish. That's very interesting. Hey, we might want to play with that in a future video. The Swissborg indicator reflects the current market trend, community sentiment. Yeah, this seems pretty dope. So besides all the good features, Swissborg needs to implement the following features. So a price alarm, a stop loss function. Whoa. They don't have a stop loss function. And this is from June. So this is from like 2 weeks ago, this article. They don't have a stop loss. That's not good. Yeah, that's pretty standard. And they don't have two-factor authentication. I mean, that's really weird. Yeah, so I'm not sure why they wouldn't do that. I'm not sure if I'd actually trust this application. I mean, it's not important in all cases, but it is an important feature in itself. I mean, hopefully they do update that. However, the app is a good all-in-one app. So yeah, I wouldn't put too much money because of these. I mean, that's pretty big. However, the app is a good all-in-one app. Wallet exchange and learning centers are well done. Assessment, a design 5 out of 5, a usability 4 out of 5, no stop loss, security 4 out of 5, no 2FA, and a cost 5 out of 5, transparency 5 out of 5. So without 2FA, I mean, is it that necessary? Yes, if you're a well-known individual, especially in the crypto world, if you run a blog, if you run a YouTube channel, if you run any of that. You know, I honestly don't have that much crypto, and I never really had crypto that was easily accessible. But it was always in the back of my mind that if you're out there, people may try and hack you. So that's what 2FA is good for. But sometimes it happens to random individuals out there. You know, you put your number out, you know, you make one bad Reddit post, someone tries to figure it out, they get somehow the information. I'm not too well versed on that, how hacking happens nowadays with such apps, but it happens. And without that, I mean, you know, honestly, I'd give it a 3 out of 5 without that. That makes me feel a little weird, although I'm sure they're going to put it into the future because that's huge. Yeah, I'm going to write them out. So that is that. I mean, we just kind of looked into it. Let's also look at what has been going on for the past week because it did fall quite a bit. And then we'll look at the past month, and that is that. Also, for today's video, because it's been a while since we posted, if we go to Library has actually reduced their rewards, so in half, and that's not that great, or sorry, not by half, by a quarter. So it used to be get 100 LBC for the year, and it's 75, 350 was higher, 700 was higher, and that's just a little bit weird to me why they reduced that. Also, the price of LBC has fallen. It used to be 3.5, now it's like 2.8 pennies. There's been a few changes with Library. So that's why we're not really posting that much on it. But, you know, still enjoy the platform. Just thought I'd mention that in there. Over the past 7 days, it's actually been pretty stable. But over the past month, it had that huge pump. And for any coin that goes up a lot, it is pretty standard that it is eventually going to go down. However, we have to look at the future price of it. I recommend looking into this coin if you're a trader. If you have a lot of Bitcoin going through, or you want to make even a one-time purchase, but it's going to be a large amount, and you're already prepared for taxes and all that stuff. If you really want Bitcoin or Ethereum, then you also maybe want to invest in this coin. After you do your research, of course, it may be interesting to stake in it, depending on if it makes sense for you, depending on where you usually purchase your Bitcoin, how much you pay for that. So that is that. Yeah, here we go. Very interesting. And when did it go? When did it come out? It came out. Here it was, April 2018. Actually, sorry, February 5th, 2018 at 7 pennies. Then it dropped, and that was during the crypto crash. So all coins dropped over here. Not a lot going on in 2018 and 2019. That's understandable. But 2020, we had a lot of hype.
Wow, absolutely beautiful day, guys. Well, thank you for watching this video. I'm excited. He's back. He's back. He's back. Watch some Scarface tonight if you're looking for something to do. Get motivated. Get excited. Go freaking crazy. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, leave your comment down below. I want to know your opinion, and we shall see you guys in the next video. No promises when that's coming out. We're just gonna stick with it. So whenever the next video comes out, you'll have it. Bye.